Kia ora.
Kia ora everybody. Right, welcome back. So Jeff has just been making these frames and this is for learning how to make a tukutuku panel, a little one. That's one of the smaller ones. And this is for keep the muka stand, so whoever wants one of those. And then I asked him to make, or to rather prepare my own frame for me, so I can maybe make a little tukutuku for myself. And this is actually my very first frame, and that's how I learned. This is the exact same one. In fact, back at Unitech 18 years ago, I think it is. And as you can see, it's got a lot of use already out of it, and I absolutely love it. And so what we usually need for tukutuku is horizontals and verticals. And let me just take the other hand. So for the horizontals, you can use all sorts of things, but I'm using these dowels that were handed to me. I still got a lot of them, and I dyed them, like the whole wood I put in a bucket with red dye, and so for a couple of hours actually, and then I took it on and it stays nice and true and it doesn't color. And so these are the horizontals, and then we're using kakaho for the verticals. And I've already cut some of these to size, so I'll still have to cut some more. And there is a bit of a neck to it. So you need to, if you want to put them in so you can actually see it. So this is the way it works. So they go in there. They're not actually solid. See, they're still moving. They only get fixed to each other once we start making the panel. This is just to keep them a little bit in place. And the idea is, you want to have the same width of the horizontals and the within each other, of course, and the verticals. So the kakahos with this scenario you wouldn't want. So see how this one is much, much smaller than that one, or narrower. So you try to select the same ones. I'll take them out again. You try to select the same ones of a similar width, right? And then you put them in, or I do that. You don't have to do it. And then I know how many I can fit between these two uprights. And then we do the same with the horizontals. And for those, we need little nails. That's why there's holes in here. And so what happens is, I'm just going to demonstrate a little bit by laying one underneath there. Hang on, just sort of lay it. So you need to have a little gap at the bottom, because when you do your actual weaving, with the kia or the pingao, you need to have room to thread it through. So having it all the way down here doesn't leave you a gap. So you need to have a little gap, right? And you need to have this sort of gap in between these dowels. And that's why we're putting the nails in their intervals. So the dowels sitting nice and tight along here. And once I've done that, then I know how many horizontals I can fit between these two spaces, and how many verticals, and then I work out my pattern, and only then. And that's pretty much how it all starts. So I hope that helps somebody. Anyway, happy weaving.